It's French, and it's yellow. It's a 1975 Motobecane 50V. Oh yeah. She's got a twin sister. And here they are, a couple of Moby 50Vs. I picked these up last week as a pair, and they were in an old man's basement. He hadn't ridden them since the 70s. And you can tell by looking at them that they've never been messed with. One has almost 400 miles, and the other one has almost 300 miles. And looking at the VINs, these things rolled off the line about 50 mopeds apart in April of 1975. Everything is original. Spark plug, tires, fuel line, nothing's been touched. I've got different plans for each of them, but the first thing I want to do is just get them both started before I really start working on them. I'm going to take care of this PETCOCK. Drain your tank, get a big old crescent wrench, and pull the thing off. Or in my case, pull the thing off and drain your tank, because it was so clogged up with 40 years of crap that it took me forever to get this thing working. I'll save you the gory details and put it in some fast forward so you can see what happens.
Let's not stop now. We can't go
Lesson on how PETCOCKs work. Mopeds have a reserve tank. It's not actually a reserve tank. When you're on regular gas, you're just pulling in from up here. And then when you move to your reserve tank, you start pulling from down here, which gives you that much more gas. So this should be closed, which means I shouldn't be able to get anything out of here. Nope. See, it's got two sides on the inside there. So I'm spraying it down each side. Nope and nope. Alright, so this one, which I like to be my regular gas, not the reserve tank, where it's pointing in, should do one of the holes, and you got to remember which one. Not that one. That one. Oh yeah. Alright, so when it's pointing up, that's going to be this bottom one, which will be my regular. So that means I need to put, when I put this thing in, I'll need to put it in so that this side faces down. So I'm pulling from that side. Let's just check the other side. Flip it all the way around. And now when I spray up top, it should come out. And it does. And down the bottom shouldn't. And it doesn't. This is a fully functioning and operational PETCOCK. I'm going to leave the filter off while we do all of our gas tank stuff. So, yeah, let's roll. I'm using Evapor Rust. I've used it on a bunch of gas tanks before. As a matter of fact, I've used this Evapor Rust in 3 or 4 moped tanks so far, and it's still good to use. I like to filter it before I put it back in so I don't shove all that junk back in there, but you use it until it turns black. Only thing is, it has to be warm for the chemical reaction to actually work. So since it was so cold this morning, I've been leaving this in front of the heater for, I don't know, it's been there for about 45 minutes or so far. So I'm heating this up, and then after I throw it in the tank, I'll go ahead and throw the heater on the tank so it stays there. And I think I'd probably leave it for, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours, but you can leave it in there for a week if you want. I don't think it hurts anything. I don't know that for a fact though, so don't do that. Leave it in there as long as it says on the directions. Don't say a word. Got this thing drained as much as I can. I like to wash it out a few times with just regular gas before I start putting the evaporust in. Also, I have this brake bleeder. It sucks up little rust particles and crap from the bottom just by shoving it in there in the bottom of the tank. Sometimes I go into the top, but this one can't get all the way down there. So, I'm just going to shove it in the bottom where the PETCOCK goes and start vacuuming. Look at that nasty. Look at that nasty. Oh. I'll put the PETCOCK back in and run gas through here a few times, just to make sure it's as clean as it can be before I do the evaporust. Get in there, you little bitch. I need to tighten this down. It's going to make a pretty good seal. Turn it off and get a little puddle in there if I can turn it off. Oh yeah, PETCOCK's working like a champ. Got my gas tank cleaner. It's actually for a dryer vent. That smells foul. Oh my God. Oh, get in there deep. Oh, deep. That's gross. Alright, I think that's it. That's disgusting. Let's take the PETCOCK off and do gas tank flush level expert. This freaking thing is pissing me off. No PETCOCK. Just splash a bunch of gas in there. Holy moly! Huge chunks of stuff. We're going to have to do that 3 or 4 more times. That's foul. fresh, clean gas. Took 12 of them. I've got this paint strainer, so I don't put the stuff from the last gas tank back in this tank. It's good and hot, which is good for us. That's what we want. So, let's put it in. Petcock's back on, so that it won't leak all over the place. Oh, full. Okay, that's good to know. I thought this thing was more than a gallon. It's not more than a gallon. It's less than a gallon. That's good to know.
Hours later.
I have no idea how to do this without spilling crap all over. So, expect some spills. Let's see. Oh, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. So I'm going to take the petcock out and spill as little as possible. Alright, let's see if we can do this without getting too messy. That wasn't too bad. There we go. That doesn't look too bad at all. It leaves like a black film. I guess it's like carbon or whatever the product of the reaction is. It leaves in there. I'm just trying to knock it down with my brush. And then I'm going to rinse it out. This is where I get really sorry that I don't have running water at my workshop. Because you could just shove a hose in there and spray all that crap out. But I don't have that. So, instead what I like to do, also since I'm not going to be putting gas in here for about, I don't know, 3 or 4 days, I don't want it to flash rust, so I'm actually going to rinse it with the evapor rust and leave a little bit of film in there. And then when I come put gas in it, I'll do one quick flush of gas and then put some real gas in there. But that should give me a little bit of rust protection for the 3 or 4 days until I get gas in there. And get some evapor rust in there for the rinse. It doesn't look too bad. And we'll just rinse it out a few times. Same way we did with the gas originally. Alright. Lastly, I'm going to get my bleeder and give it a quick little vacuum in there. That's it.